Hi, Mike Weaver here with 917 Coaching. I began this series of videos with a question: who is in your corner? And I want to thank you today for allowing me to be in your corner for the last week and a half through the leadership development videos that I sent you. And I hope they were a blessing to you and your leadership. But what if in 2017 you had somebody in your corner to help you keep the main thing, to hold you accountable, to keep you focused on the big picture, to help you discover new and innovative ideas for ministry, to help you strengthen your leadership in the congregation you serve, to help you become more influential? How would you benefit to have someone in your corner? How would the congregation you serve benefit? How would your family benefit from having a coach in your corner? That's my question to you. It's something to think about for 2017. Henry David Thoreau said this. He said, the mass of men, and I would say humanity, the mass of humanity lead lives of quiet desperation, and many go to their graves with still a song inside. And I think that's true for pastors, that pastors are leading with quiet desperation. And why do I say that? It's because we know from statistics, they tell us that 18,000 pastors on average leave the ministry every year. 80% of pastors expect conflict in their congregation the next year. 75% say they're stressed out. Nearly that many say they don't have any close friends. And over half of pastors report that they're overwhelmed with their work. There are pastors who are leading with quiet desperation. But it doesn't have to be that way. What if I showed you a way to not be there, but to thrive and to move forward with confidence in your leadership? And as you do so, the congregation you serve will benefit greatly. Well, that's why 917 Coaching exists. It's based on Acts chapter 9, verse 17. And that's the verse where Ananias comes alongside Saul, who later became the Apostle Paul. If you remember from that chapter in Acts chapter 9, Paul is stricken blind by God, knocked off his horse, and he's taken to a house in Damascus. God taps Ananias on the shoulder and says, Ananias, I want you to go to Saul. And Ananias goes to Saul, and in verse 17, Ananias says to Saul, Brother Saul, God has asked me to come to you to restore your vision and to fill you with the Holy Spirit. Now, 917 Coaching won't fill you with the Holy Spirit. God's already done that. But my hope is that 917 Coaching will encourage you, will strengthen you in your leadership, will help you move forward and restore the vision for what's possible in leadership and in ministry. That's my hope for 917 Coaching. You know, Paul was in a place of transition. And some of the pastors I serve have been in places of transition. One of the pastors I served was moving from sabbatical back into the congregation, and he just needs some coaching to help him move some great ideas into reality in the congregation he serves. And how would he make that transition from sabbatical into ministry smoothly? Another pastor was transitioning into a new congregation, and he wanted to make great steps forward, strong steps forward, and effective leadership in the congregation that he was called to serve. Another pastor was just discouraged by the criticisms he was facing from the congregation that he was serving about his leadership. And he's asked me to come alongside him as a coach to help him move forward with confidence, to encourage him, and also to challenge him, and to, as we've had sessions together, to discover great ideas to implement into the ministry God has called him to serve. And what about you? Are you in transition? Are you discouraged? Are you leading a quiet life of desperation? And if so, consider bringing me on as your coach to sit in your corner with you on a regular basis through 2017. You know, you can hire an executive coach and for business, and they're going to charge over $1,000 a session. Or you can go to a great leadership development conference and spend at least $1,000 doing that, and they're awesome. But you're going to spend $1,000 on the travel, the hotel, the conference fees. But what you're not going to get is a one-to-one conversation after the conference. an accountability partner, somebody to ask you who knows you, to ask you really great questions to unlock some great possibilities for the future. But if you bring me on as your coach, if I have the honor and privilege to serve you as a coach, we're going to meet for once a month for 3 months. I will give you the notes from every session we have. We'll begin with a 2-hour strategy session to get the big picture, to look ahead of what's possible for 2017. What do you really want to accomplish? And start putting some steps in place for that. And all that is for $297. We meet three times, once a month, a 2-hour strategy session. That's a 4th time. And notes from every session. And you also get unlimited access to me for those 3 months. So you can email me, call me, whatever. I'm at your disposal for immediate laser coaching. You know, I'm going to throw in one more thing. I'm going to throw in an extra month. So you're going to get 4 months of coaching, 1 time per month, the 2-hour strategy session, unlimited access to me, and you will get the notes from every session for $297 a month. You know, John Quincy Adams says, if your actions inspire others to learn more, do more, dream more, and become more, then you are a leader. And that's what I want to help you do as a leader. I want to help you discover your dreams again if you've lost them, to help you dream more, to help you learn more about leadership, to help you do more as a leader. And I want to help you become more of the leader God asks you to be. God has designed you to be, so you lead authentically from your core of your being. And I'm going to throw in one more bonus. I'm going to throw in the Keller Influence Indicator, the assessment, and the report that comes with that. That's through a friend of mine, a psychologist, Karen Keller. She's developed this incredible assessment to help look at your leadership and, more importantly, how much influence you have as a leader currently and where you can grow as a leader in your influence. It's an amazing report. I'm just going to throw that in for you with my compliments. I usually sit down with a client. That's $250 to take the assessment and walk through it with me. I'm going to throw that in for free. So you get the assessment, you get 4 months of coaching, a 2-hour strategy session, you get my notes, you get unlimited access to me for those 4 months, and the Keller Influence Indicator. I think I said that, but in case I didn't, all for $297. I would love to serve you. I would love to be in your corner for the 2017 and get this year started off in a great way. You deserve it as a leader. You work hard. The congregation you serve does as well. Until we talk again, may God bless you and live inspired and be your best today.